But Real take the lead here. 5 minutes gone in the El Clasico. And Barcelona find themselves 1-0 down. That small pocket of Real Madrid fans up in the high seats there. And it all came about from that poor mistake from Pau Kubasi, which was then compounded by Szczesny with a rash challenge. He came out to try and clear the ball, but he got nowhere near it and just ended up hacking Mbappe down in the box. And he went, well, he actually got a hand on that, Szczesny. It was at a nice height, and he just couldn't get across to it enough. He definitely got his fingertips to it. Yeah, clear fingertips on that from Szczesny. But a bad start for Barcelona on home soil here in this absolutely crucial game at the top of La Liga. But what a start for Real. They lead 1-0, 6 minutes gone. Mbappe from the spot. Now then, Inigo Martinez, Gerard Martin. He's dispossessed and then he's going to get booked for this, I think. He tugged him back. No, the referee's going to let him off, but as I suspected, Barca just look a little bit fatigued. They look a bit flat. And that goal has really taken the wind out of their sails a little bit. Just a few little mistakes here and there. They are not coming into this after a gruelling 120-minute game in midweek, which will not have helped the situation. If they'd won it, maybe the other way, but as I said, today was always going to be a tough ask for them, but they know they can really more or less seal the league if they win this today. Here's Valverde. Real will be desperate to defend their title, but that long ball out again. Here's De Jong on halfway. Barcelona 0, Real Madrid 1. 7 minutes gone here at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. Here's De Jong will bring it forward again, halfway inside the Madrid half. Not the best pass out wide there for Martin. Back to De Jong. Now Pedri. Barcelona passing it around nicely here. Now here's Eric Garcia. Now Lamine Yamal, first touch for him. Garcia comes round on the overlap, brushes a man off. He gets into the box, fires the shot in. Tight angle. Good save from Courtois at his near post. And Barcelona, they respond. And a near opportunity there for Eric Garcia. It was a tight angle. Corner taken short. Here is Lamine Yamal. Gets to the byline, but that's a poor cross. He's chipped it too high. And it goes over the crossbar and out for a goal kick for Real Madrid. Just over 8 minutes gone. And the prolific gum-chewing Carlo Ancelotti comes out to the edge of his technical area. His side have got off to a great start here. As I say, this season they were hammered 4-0 at home in the El Clasico, and they were dumped out of the Copa del Rey by Barca in the final, of course. So it's not been their year this year, and that is why this game is so crucial to both teams. Barca will be looking to do the clean sweep, and as I said, effectively they could go 7 points clear with 3 to go. You can't see them messing it up from there. So there is a 6-point swing on offer today. Real know a win here today, and they're only 1 point behind, and it's all back in the melting pot. And they have the goal. 9 minutes gone, throwing to Barca on this right-hand side. Taken quickly by Eric Garcia. Now they can try and bring it forward near the halfway line. They're going to win themselves a throw-in off the feet there of Valverde. Throw-in taken quickly. Here's Lamine Yamal. Nice ball infield. Pedri just lays it off for De Jong. Now Martinez on halfway. Out to Martin in the bright yellow boots, and it's another poor touch from Martin. He's lost the ball again, but he's going to get away with it. Referee has adjudged that he was fouled. And Vasquez was the man guilty of that. Free kick taken short. Pedri has it once more. And Frenkie de Jong. Oh, that's loose. He's given that away as well. And now Mbappe will break down this right-hand side for Real. Cuts in field, gets through 2 tackles, but then de Jong intercepts and atones for his mistake, which caused that counter-attack in the first place. Here's Inigo Martinez now for Barcelona. Is this going to be a bridge too far today? Olmo, but that's a great ball through for Ferran Torres. He's one-on-one through there. Oh, and that's great defending. It was a foot race there for who was going to get through one-on-one with Courtois. And in the end, Jude Bellingham with the sliding challenge there. And it will be a corner to Barcelona on this left-hand side. It was Olmo, in fact, who was put through there. Second corner for Barca. They are responding here after going a goal down. Corner comes in from this left-hand side, but it's poor. Flicked at the near post by Torres. And Valverde will clear for Real Madrid. He will go out for a throw-in. That wasn't the best there from Valverde. Ancelotti not impressed with that, but it was a rotten corner. Another foul comes in. Referee is going to play advantage. And Kubasi, now Pedri. Oh, that's poor again. Chipped the ball high over the head of Martin. And you can just see here, just a lot of sloppiness. This team must be frazzled coming into this. They have to lift themselves. They've been very un-Barca-like in this opening 11 minutes. And Real have taken advantage. That clearance from Real went right up in the air, and they've given the ball away cheaply there. De Jong has the ball now, just inside the Barcelona half. 12 minutes gone. Here is Pedri. Game not really settled down into any kind of rhythm yet. Kubasi to Pedri once again, back to Kubasi. Now Martinez. Good ball out to Martin on the left-hand side, and now Frenkie de Jong. Just passing it around neatly here now. Pedri, surging run through the middle. Brings in Martin, who whips it in across the face of goal, and there's no one there to tap it home. Oh, that was on a plate. It was on an absolute plate for Ferran Torres, and he just couldn't get there. No one had picked him up. It was pretty awful defending from Madrid. Olmo couldn't get his foot on it either. I think if he had, it would have been offside. Torres was on, and he couldn't get there in time. And it's been a good response, this, from Barcelona. Yes, they've mislaid a couple of passes. Courtois will go long with the goal kick. It's the header by Kubasi, but it's then headed back downfield, and Mbappe now is in round the box, squares it across, ball still breaks for Vinicius Junior, and he's fouled. Vinicius Junior's committed a foul on the edge of the box there, but that was a scary moment again there for Barcelona. Yeah, Kubasi just had his ankles clipped there. And now Barca can... And he's gone down holding his ankle. Now Real break. Oh, beautiful ball from Vinicius with the outside of his foot. It's 2-0. Mbappe was through one-on-one, and it's 2-0 to Real Madrid, and Barcelona are undone again. What a pass from Vinicius Junior with the outside of his foot, and Barcelona are all over the place at the back here. It's high-risk football they play, but they've been caught out again. They're complaining that they should have got a free kick. I'm looking at the replay. It didn't look like anything happened to Lamine there. But what a ball from Vinny Junior with the outside of his foot. And Mbappe just ghosted in behind Kubasi and calmly slots it into the bottom right corner. And Barcelona have got off to a horrible start here. They're trailing by 2-0. They just look out on their feet. They've had a run of really tough games in very short order. And the extra rest for Real Madrid is showing here. And this is looking like it's going to be a long afternoon for Barcelona. 2-0 down, 14, nearly 15 minutes gone. Yamal is still down on the floor. I'm not sure. Yeah, he never touched him. Fran Garcia, well, he never, the first one never touched him there. And he got clipped. He got clipped by Valverde, but I don't think there's going to be a change to the decision to award the goal. But this has been a horrible start from the home team. They've looked way off it. Well, are they going to VAR? I'm not sure, you know. No, I don't think they are. A lot of activity down there, but it's a second goal for Kylian Mbappe. And the worst possible start for Barcelona. And this La Liga title race is now, as things stand, right back in the melting pot. But we know Barcelona can come back. We've seen it happen so many times, but they really are going to have to sort themselves out here. Madrid haven't really broken any pots in this game. They've just taken advantage of poor defending. Now then, they're inside the box here, Barcelona. Ball chipped in, good clearing header from Tchouaméni. And it goes out for another Barcelona corner on that left-hand side. As the breeze springs up again. It's a glorious afternoon, but this capacity crowd inside the Olympic Stadium are not in good feeling at the moment. Corner taken short again. Comes out to Lamine, who's now 30 yards out. That's a waste of a corner. Poor ball from Rafinha. Goes all the way back to Inigo Martinez. That was really poor, that, from Barca. Ball's whipped into the box anyway. Headed out by Tchouaméni. Only finds Lamine Yamal. Volley, and it's turned round the post by Courtois. And it's another corner for Barcelona. Bit of individual super talent there. Just flicked it up and volleyed it. All in one motion. And corner on this left-hand side. Rafinha takes in towards the back post. Header comes in, and again Torres just can't get his foot to it at the far post as it was headed back across the goal by Inigo Martinez. Barcelona have shown signs that they are more than capable of finding the back of the net, but just when it looks like they're starting to get into some kind of groove, they make a bad mistake, and Real have punished them not once but twice in this opening 70. Oh, and now Madrid have given the ball away. Barca have it now in the box. Rafinha squares it. Oh, nearly an own goal as Valverde hammers it behind for another corner. Lucas Vázquez, really sloppy back pass there. And Barca go short with the corner again. Not quite sure the theory behind it. Anyway, ball comes in, headed out by Tchouaméni. And it breaks again. Shot fired in. What a save from Courtois. That was an absolute thunderbolt there. 35 yards out. And it was absolutely drilled by Gerard Martin. He couldn't have hit that any better. And it's tipped over the bar by Courtois. What a strike that was. Wow, this is the sixth corner for Barcelona. It flicked it into goal! Ball flicked on at the near post, and Eric Garcia heads home from 6 yards out, right in the middle of the goal. 18 and a half gone, and Barca are back in the game. What a start we've had here. You can never rule them out. They do have this thing, Barcelona, they get off to rotten starts and then finally get their act together. We saw not so long ago, I commentated on a game here against Celta de Vigo. They found themselves 3-1 down. And then they finally got their act together and scored 3 goals in the last 20 minutes. Well, that was a super corner. It was flicked on. And then Garcia got in front of Raul Asensio 4 yards out. And he's buried the goal. Barcelona 1, Real Madrid 2. And this is what we want in an El Clasico. Ball's gone out of play. Barcelona players are up in arms here. They feel there's been a foul. And we're just checking that previous second goal on the VAR, which Mbappe scored. He was clearly onside and took the goal beautifully. Well, it will be a free kick to Real Madrid in actual fact. And they take it short, and well, they win themselves another throw in there. Vinicius Junior allowing the ball to be kicked out. Well, 20 minutes gone. We've had 3 goals. And Barca back in it, having gone 2-0 down. Early penalty for Kylian Mbappe, and then Mbappe doubled the score with an absolutely glorious ball on the counter from Vinicius Jr. Caught Barcelona absolutely AWOL at the back again. They've been very sloppy, Barca, today. They're giving the ball away so many times. They come into this mentally fatigued, you can tell, but they're now starting to get their act together. Now here's Rafinha, tried to square it from the edge of the box. They still have it, but that's a poor touch again from Martin. He has been the sloppiest of all this afternoon, but they've got the ball back. Here's Pedri, now Martin, whose shot was an absolute thunderbolt which set up that corner, but he has been guilty of a few loose touches. But whisper it quietly, I think Barca may be starting to find their rhythm now after a dreadful start, but Real still hold the lead crucially. Barca have had 64% possession. Lamine Yamal bustled off it by Fran Garcia, and the free kick is given. He's looked a pale shadow of himself, Lamine, in the last few games. I mean, he is still very young and has played a lot of football. I mean, he's capable of absolute wizardry. Here's Pedri now. Now Lamine almost ghosted through then. Now they have it on the edge of the box again. Dani Olmo squares it across. Back post unmarked. Oh, Martin went for the cross. Then he gets it in. Oh, Torres should have scored from the edge of the 6-yard box and didn't get his foot to it properly. Frenkie de Jong comes charging over to the referee about something, but Barcelona there, it should be 2 apiece. What are they appealing for? Well, they're appealing there that Lucas Vázquez tugged over Ferran Torres in the box, but they've gone up and no, they're not going to get anything. They're just going to get a throw in, Barca. But they have responded to going 2-0 down. They are all over Real at the moment. They have the ball inside the box still, and they're going to win themselves another throw-in near the corner flag on this right-hand side. Words exchanged between Ferran Torres and Raul Asensio there. Now they have it again with Garcia, but they lose it on the edge of the box with Olmo. But they're pressuring Real, who are back near their corner flag. Ball chipped downfield. Bellingham does well. And then, well, actually, he's lost the ball, and then a heavy touch from Barcelona, but it does go into the box. And it's going to be a goal kick. That was good play there from Asensio. Oh, actually, no, it's come straight back out, and Barcelona still have the ball. It looked like that had gone out. It must have been a throw-in. Taken very quickly. Goodness me, the action is so fast. You just can't keep up with it at times. Here is Olmo again, edge of the box. Dinks it to Lamine Yamal, trying to twist and turn into the box, and he's going to win a corner off the boot of Fran Garcia. And Barcelona here really turning the screw. Very strong breeze actually here at the Olympic Stadium. They go short with the corner again. The flags are really gusting, but that was really sloppy there from Rafinha. But he's done well to win the ball back. Here's Lamine Yamal again, twisting and turning, gets the shot in, but no power on it. And it trundles through to Thibaut Courtois. But Barcelona now look like they've finally hit their straps here. And it's taken them going 2-0 down to get their act together, but it's making up for a really fascinating contest. Real player has gone down. Dani Ceballos. Dani Olmo felt there was nothing in it, but Ceballos went down. It will be a free kick to Real Madrid. But who knows what's going to be. Barca are still not happy that that second goal was allowed to stand due to the foul on Lamine. In pass from Vinicius Jr. It was absolutely glorious. That's a good ball though from Valverde. Let's pick out Ceballos. Now they have it on the... Now Mbappe. Oh, he broke through the line again. Playing that very high line. The ball just had too much on it, and it went straight through to Szczesny. Now then, Barca looking to counter on the left with Rafinha, but Chimene wins the header. Vasquez passes it back to Courtois, and he clears the decks downfield. That's tidied up by Inigo Martinez. 25 minutes gone. Barcelona 1, Real Madrid 2. Ball comes into Torres. He's hacked down there, and that will be, I think, the first. Maybe I thought he was going into his pocket there, but Raul Asensio certainly didn't die wondering there, coming in through the back of Torres. So a free kick to Barca, around about 30 yards out to the left of the goal. And Torres and Asensio having a chat after that challenge. Goodness me, this game has just been relentless as they are. Barcelona couldn't have hoped for a worse start to this game, but they're working their way back into it now, which of course is great for those neutrals to enjoy an exhilarating contest. For 30 yards out, ball whipped in by Rafinha to the back post, and it flicks the head, and it goes out for another corner. It came off Bellingham. Two Real players there almost got in each other's way, and Bellingham who got the flick on the head there. Barcelona's 8th corner. Real have yet to have one, and we played 27 minutes. Here is Rafinha, whips the ball into that back post, far too much on that. Garcia was waiting over there, but too much on it, and it goes out for a throw-in on the other side of the field. And Hansi Flick stands there with his arms folded, no expression. But they're certainly mixing the corners up, Barca. The corner they got the goal from was to the near post with a flick-on header through to Garcia. They'd also like to go to the back post and head it back in. Szczesny comes out, way out of his goal. Barcelona have the ball on halfway with Inigo Martinez. Barca 1, Real Madrid 2. I'm Joe Mills. Thank you for joining us on this massive occasion here this afternoon. I mean, these games are always huge, but this has got so much riding on it. A win for Barca, and you feel that the La Liga title, they've got one hand on it as that ball is whipped into the box, but there's too much on it. Garcia will loop the ball downfield, but Real Madrid give that away, and Kubasi sends it back to Szczesny. But a win for Real, and we're right back in it with 1 point between the two sides with 3 games remaining. Here is Rafinha, dispossessed in centre field. That was a good block though from Frenkie de Jong there on Bellingham. Now the ball comes out to Lamine Yamal on this right hand side. Oh, and that's another really bad challenge from Fede Valverde, and he's going to be booked. And we know these El Clasico games can get a little bit salty, and this one is no different. And of course, with this kid, I'll be keen to let him know that he's not going to have things all his own way. Yeah, just cleaned him out there, Valverde. Didn't get the ball. So a free kick to Barca, and it is really almost touching the touchline on this right-hand side. So looking for Fede Valverde. Olmo and Rafinha standing over this. In-swinger or out-swinger. It's going to be the out-swinger from Dani Olmo. Well, that's poor, but the clearing header just finds Lamine. He sends it back into the box, but it's lashed out of there and all the way back down to deep inside the Barcelona half. Picked up by Kubasi. Now Frenkie de Jong exchanges passes with Pedri. Pedri has it again on halfway. He will bring the ball forward at a saunter, I think you call it. Out to Lamine, who's peeled over to the left-hand side for the time being. Pedri once again. Now Dani Olmo. Garcia. Out to Rafinha. Now on the right-hand side. Back to Pedri. Holding the shape here, Real. Rafinha once again, edge of the box. Lamine Yamal, who's coming to the centre of the pitch now. Gerard Martin, back to Lamine, 30 yards out, right in front of goal. Trying to squeeze it through to the edge of the box, but Madrid defend it well, and that's a loose ball from Pedri. Most un-Pedri-like performance today, and that's gone out for a throw into Real Madrid. Just over half an hour gone, and it has been breakneck stuff. Barca finding themselves 2-0 down after 14 minutes. Early penalty for Mbappe, and then he got the second on the counter. And a crucial header from Eric Garcia a few minutes later from a corner has got Barcelona back in this game, and they have been by far the better team since going 2-0 down, oddly enough. Real have it now with Vasquez. Now Tchouaméni being forced back inside the 18-yard box, and now Vasquez is trying to get the ball downfield, down that right-hand side, but he only finds Frenkie de Jong. And it's been a while since Real have had the ball in the Barca half. Strange as it may seem, considering that they have the lead. Now, centre edge of the semicircle, Ferran Torres finds Rafinha. Now Pedri, little surging run forward into the box, finds Ferran Torres. Now Lamine Yamal! 2-2, left-footed shot from the edge of the box, curled into the bottom left-hand corner. That was magnificent, and that is why we love watching these two teams and this fixture. 2-0 down, 15 minutes later, we're all square. 2-2. And Barcelona will say, you know, you're not going to get through to a Champions League final if you concede 7 goals over 2 legs. And it turned out to be the case. But, you know, again, we're seeing it. They got off to a shocking start. And they finally, it was almost like poking the bear. And they've now awoken and they've pulled it back 2-2. Absolutely stunning goal. Over on that right-hand side. And Lamine, side-footed, left foot, curling shot. And past the outstretched arm, and it hit the side of the net. Absolutely wonderful stuff from the youngster. And wow, what a game we're having here. 32, nearly 33 minutes gone. 7th goal for Lamine in La Liga. And wow. It's all back on now. Barcelona, as things stand, 5 points clear. Now they're coming back to, in back play in the build-up to that goal, Frenkie de Jong, I felt that he handballed it. It bounced up at him and definitely hit him on the upper arm. Anyway, they break through. Oh, it's through now, Rafinha. It's 3-2. Oh, my goodness me. What is going on out there? Madrid lose possession. The ball slid through to Rafinha and he's buried it in the bottom right-hand corner. This is absolutely crazy stuff. Barcelona 3, Real Madrid 2. God, you just cannot keep this team down. That is extraordinary. 34 minutes gone. And they have turned this around. 3 goals in 20 minutes. And Rafinha, he has been absolutely magnificent this season. But it was a mix-up between Mbappe and Dani Ceballos. They got in each other's way. Had the pocket picked by Pedri, who slipped a gorgeous ball through. There was nobody at home. And Rafinha just inside the 18-yard box, and he calmly tucks it into the bottom right-hand corner past despairing Thibaut Courtois. What a game we've got on our hands here. Barcelona 3, Real Madrid 2. What on earth is going on here at the Olympic Stadium? Hansi Flick is absolutely in paroxysms of delight. These games never ever fail to deliver. They really don't. And today is no exception. We have had everything so far. There's still an hour or so remaining. 2-0 down, may I remind you, after 14 minutes. A fifth minute penalty from Kylian Mbappe. 14 minutes, it was 2-0. And then goals on 19, 32 and 34 for Barca. And they have the lead. And now they come again down the left. Here's Gerard Martin. His cross is blocked by Vasquez, but he gets the rebound back, does Martin. And suddenly the energy, which wasn't there in Barca in the first 15 minutes, is now starting to flow. They have found their mojo. El Mojo. Now here's Lamine Yamal, halfway line. What a goal he scored there. 2 goals in 2 minutes for Barca have turned this game on its head. And as things stand, they have a 7-point lead over their arch rivals with 3 games left to play after today. Long ball downfield. Oh, now then, there could be trouble here. Tchouaméni is going to get booked. There was an argument there saying he could have been the last man. And Tchouaméni's going to miss the next match for Real Madrid. The Barca players are thinking that a yellow card is a bit lenient. Nice arced run from Ferran Torres. He got in behind Tchouaméni. Well, you know what? He was definitely the last man there. For me, it's going to be interesting. He shoved him over. Hernandez has given the yellow card. But are they going to look at this further? We shall see. No, they're not, is the decision. And it's going to just be a free kick to Barcelona. And they will take it on the edge of the box. Ferran Torres not overly chuffed with that decision from the referee. But what a chance this is again for Barca. Over on this left-hand side. 30 yards out. And in-swinger comes in from Rafinha, and they almost pick out the header. It breaks to Kabasi, but he thunders it over the bar from 12 yards out. 3-2 they lead, 37 minutes gone. Courtois puts the ball down on the edge of the 6-yard box. It looks as if it's going to be Valverde who will take the goal kick. So I don't know if there's an injury or something with Courtois, but he's not been taking the goal kicks. Anyway, Kabasi wins the header there. De Jong will tidy up. And now here's Inigo Martinez for Barcelona. What a game this is. It never fails to disappoint. And it certainly hasn't so far. And I'm sure we've got loads more drama to come. Long ball downfield again, looking for the run of Torres. Oh, he's got him behind Tchouaméni. It's a mistake.
Remember to check out FootMob's Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page.
For the El Clasico.